on YouTube right now. In case you missed, you can please go there and you can please go there and you will watch. Yes, you can please go there and watch. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen here. Let me share my screen. Is my audio clear? Is my audio clear? Clear, wala? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Wow. Okay, let's go. This is Royal Q. Okay. This is how our Royal Q looks like. And, when you are trading futures, this is my advice. Go come here, tap strategy. So doing that, tap here. Usually, by default, it's in spot martingale. Okay, it is showing spot martingale strategy. So you tap here, you tap futures, then you tap confirm. Sometimes when trades are given, people come on home, they search them, and they get lost. Why? Simply because by default, at home, a trade is in spot. So whenever a trade is given as a signal, okay, just tap here on strategy. Since it's already showing futures, the moment you look for a coin, ET, AGT, whenever I want to trade any coin, floaty, it is broad. Are we getting the point? So you can always just come here and change to futures martingale. Those of you who are trading spot and futures, for example, here, this account is trading spot. There is a spot trade of Floki. And at the same time, it is trading futures, 1,000 Floki trade. You're getting the point. Some people, they are like, I might put a trade in futures, but I'm not seeing it on my strategy simply because here it's reading futures. Or simply because here it's reading spot. Are we at par? Yeah. So what you have to do is tap here, change where you want to focus. Now, today we are going to learn how does this work? Okay? How does this work? Let's start from here, from the profit details. Many people get lost. They don't understand the profit details. Some people think money from futures will be shown in red color. Yeah? No. The moment you tap the profits you have made, now royalty will start showing you how much was made in spot. This is what was made in spot. And then this was made because you people, you can trade both the markets. Some of you, when you were told that in futures there is money, you left spot trading. Trade both markets. For example, look here. Today, this robot made 7.6. I think this is like $9. $9 came from spot. Okay, spot now, later again. $9 came from spot. Very secure trades. You can never lose your money. Then in the futures, the most scaring trades to some people. When some people are putting in a futures trade, their heartbeat changes. Have you ever watched a movie in a cinema hall? So they were fake. A cinema hall where you even put on those 3D glasses and you are watching a horror movie. And then there is someone who is hiding so that they don't get eaten by a wolf. Then the heartbeat, we can hear it from the sound. That's how people behave when they are trading futures. The moment they, my God, nataka sekunda nkajiwa. The moment they put in futures, then nothing changes. Till the trade closes. You people should stop that habit. So, in the profit details, you can see money made in spot and in futures. Futures yet, how much was made? Have you understood that? So profit analysis, currency profit. Even in currency, when you come in currency profit, the robot will be showing you which coins made more money in spot. The coin which made less money was egg. The coin which made more money was a hippo. Hippo, ton, modern, syrup, pio, broccoli. Sure. Good unit to be very good coin. Good. In my future, you people, future is sweet and very beautiful. And I don't make a mistake not to learn that. Then, if you want to see currency profit from sport, which cost no money in sport, then you will see the analysis. For example, here in sports, banana made $7. RPL next, layer, link, the list coin was Excel. Coin can we entered it, both only the first buy now, then so there you go. Now, so that is the coin. That's how you can navigate through the profit detail. Are we learning something? Are we learning something? Uh, Tamara, it's like we can't hear you. Is that true? Hmm? Madam Harry, please clarify. Is my audio not clear? Now it's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Abdi, I think Abdi usually goes to movies. But it is a very nice movie that I'm watching. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Very soon. It's called Jurassic Park. Let's go and watch it. After making money in futures, get represented to Nange. In another floating euros. Now, let me first put my phone. Don't disturb. Let's come back to the trade. When you look at it, what is this trade doing? Did it buy even any margin call? No, it won't spend. Anyway, now, this is how a trade looks like. Usually, here they show you the amount of money injected in that trade. For example, $15. This trade was injected in only $15. Are we getting the point? Strategy count only one coin. Unrealized profit. This profit or loss is not real till the trade is closed. Now we come on our trade. Since future has a lot of details, they make sure they summarize everything. For example, this is the name of the token, Floki Perpetual. These are perpetual contracts. When we are trading futures, you are not trading assets, you are trading contracts, you are trading positions. Hope you remember when we were doing introduction to futures trading. Silas Juma is saying could be network, but I get you. So that means my voice is clear now, right? In case my voice gets lost or anything, please tell me. I don't want to be here speaking, yet people are not getting what I'm saying. Now, here they're showing you the name of the coin. They are showing you the position. Some of you, for example, they give a signal for long, and for you decide to short the trade without notice. Always look at this. Hmm? Long. This trade is in buy mode. We are going up. One shot. Never trade cycle in futures. Kuja kulwala pressure yaberere. Stable being real time. In futures, by the way, in futures, it's not advisable to trade sub in real time. I think we studied that yesterday, did we? Always trade in whole warehouse. That's when you will benefit from this kind of trading. Margin call on. Sometimes you switch off margin calls without you notice. The margin calls are off, the robot won't buy them. Position amount, the amount of money injected in a trade, average price, where the robot bought. Eh? You know, in sport, usually it doesn't show it, it doesn't show a lot of details, just like futures do. Average price, unrealized profit, position quantity. Position quantity means the amount of coins bought. Then here, they give you an option to put another trade, same coin. Remember, we said that in futures, you have a chance to trade both sides for the trade. For example, this is for study purpose. When you want to trade this coin, uh, when you want to trade this coin here, you just tap it. Okay, let me do it again. This is our trade. Then I want to trade it in another side. So I'm longing it, but Repi gives you a chance to trade the same coin in both positions. So here it's saying create a short strategy. If this first trade was in short, it can say create a long strategy. So when you tap it, it takes you direct to where you put in the settings, you tap trade settings, you tap where you want to put the settings, then you choose your settings, and then you change the first buying amount here, for example. Uh, then it is in 5x, trading 5x strategy. I'm multiplying my money by 5 times. Then activate the trade. Now, this is what's happening. I'm having here, the robot is showing strategy count 1. Are we looking here? Are we clear? Strategy count is 1, but we are having 2 trades. Why? Because it is over the same coin. Coin here, language trading and position. Position E. Are we learning something? We are having the same coin in different positions. This kind of trading is so beautiful that all the positions can give you money. Short can give you money. Then as the short is giving you money, the long is buying margin calls or vice versa. So usually they put the name of the coin and the current price is here reading. Now different information. For the long information is here. For the short positions, it is here. Position amount, average price, unrealized PL, position quantity of the coins. Are we at that? You know, when this trade went in positive, this one was buying margin calls. I think you are seeing this coin, it is buying margin calls. The first buying amount was 15, but now it's having 45. That means now it has bought the first margin call. Remember, my strategy is a double bottom strategy. My robot doubles the money whenever it buys. The first margin call is buying 2 times. So that means 15 times 2, that is 30, plus the first buying amount of 15, that's 45. This is the income. So whenever this goes up, this one will be buying margin calls, and the vice versa. Are we learning something? So in trading, that's what we call hedge. However, you should hedge when it's planned. Don't just hedge. If you just hedge, this is what's going to happen. You are going to make the profit. Look, this coin is making profit. This one is making floating loss. So some of you would want to hedge. Here it will be reading $10 negative, and then here it's reading plus $10. That means you have zero. Because if you close this trade with the $10, this one you will close it also in loss. That means you have made nothing, yet you had the fuel. You are going to pay $2 fuel. Are we learning something? Now I think you are saying now the vice versa. Now the long strategy has started going up. Now this one will buy margin calls. Are you getting the point? Now you're going to see in this position buying margin calls when the other goes up. So usually we hedge strategies depending on the situation of the trade. Yeah. Let's start the trade. For example, when we tap here, of course the interface is as the same as the interface of spot. But there are things which are differing. Look here. Here it is reading 0.3%. But when I tap, the problem can look in. Okay, this is it. This percentage at this interface, okay, now it's reading 3%. But when I tap it, it's at 0.6. But here you may see it reading 6. Okay, 3%. But the coin is very fast, man. Okay, my message is this. The trade, the percentage in unrealized PL is multiplied by your leverage. This is what I mean. If, for example, I want to take 1%, they'll multiply this by 5. So that means for the coin to sell here, it must read 5%. Are we getting the point? If you're multiplying your trade by 10, here the robot will have trade 10%, yet the take profit ratio was only 1. So that means in your settings, if the take profit is 2%, you will see the robot here reading 20%. In case your leverage is $10. Are we learning something? Are we learning something? So don't let this get confused at this part. They are trading a coin. They told it trade at 1%. They are saying this coin, but they are saying this coin, it is reading 10%. They get confused. They're like, what's going on? It's simply because you multiplied your trade. You leveraged it. When you leverage the trade, you are also leveraging the percent. Also leveraging the profit. That means also leveraging the loss. If a trade goes against you, even in the negative, you amplify. You people who have been trading with you, those who are trading with the 10x, you know what I'm saying? If a coin goes just 10% negative, or sanga coin in a chikulaga chaka 100%. So those of you who are trading isolated strategy, you get a message from Binance that you are about to be liquidated. Then another message comes that so very sorry, you are liquid. Then you go to sleep. It's simply because of that. You leverage your trade. Yesterday we were saying that if you have good capital, leave leverage alone. Trade with your money. If you have good money, by the way, you have $1,000, leverage your jacket. Sometimes normalize trading with your money or leverage with just small leverage. Right? Yesterday we looked at that. We looked at that strategy. Leverage by 2, by 3, at least by 5. Especially the rainbow. Okay? Unless you have very much small money. people with $30, people with $100. Effectively villaging because uh, someone is saying to be liquidated, what percentage is used to be liquidated? Okay, there is when you are trading, there is what we call cross and isolated trades. Isolated means you go to Binance and change your trade to isolated. That means the money injected in this trade, if a coin goes against you by 100%, 100% the amplified one, you lose this money in isolated. But you don't lose money on your one or losing is in trade. You only lose that money which was injected in a trade. Now, if you're trading in cross, let's assume, and your trade has $40, but you know on your account you had $100. If the market goes against you by 100%, you will not be liquidated because you have balance of 60. That means robot you know while you 100 and I think 150%, and because it has to also liquidate its balance. So sometimes the market reverses and you protect your trade. That's why in our yesterday strategy, we said any amount of money you have, if you're designing settings, design settings for only 40%, even if you are leveraging. You remember that? Who remembers that strategy yesterday? Give me a thumbs up if you remember it. Give me a thumbs up if you remember it. The strategy we shared yesterday. Oh my God, no one remembers. I want only Eunice and Grace. So the rest of us, what were we doing in my class yesterday? My God. We said that. A recap. If you have $1,000 and you want to leverage by 5, that means you have $5,000 in your trades. Can we go for settings? Or only for 40%. What is 40% of $5,000? It's $2,000. So actually, for settings are 2,000. If you go to your royalty to design settings, design only settings for $2,000. With the double bottom strategy. But on your wallet, there will always be balance. In your mind, it is 3,000, but in reality, it's only $300. And even if this trade goes against you 100%, this money will protect your trade until a reverse. In case there is any reversal, you can still keep in a trade. In case you see that this trade has changed a trend, then you can get out. But you will not be always on pressure of liquidation like other people are trading isolated. Are we learning something? The problem we have, the money we have is 1,000. You want to leverage it by 5. When you entering a trade, you are designing settings for 5,000. In case a trade goes against you, buys all of the margin calls, that's the problem. We need to remember, in this kind of trading we are doing, it's a war between buyers and sellers. When you are coming to sell the market, other people are wanting to buy it. Whoever wins takes over the trade. So you can short the market, yet the trade is going up. You lose. So you must be very careful, protect your money. Actually, there is a lady I know, for him, doesn't use even 40%. He only designs settings for 20%. So in case having $1,000 with the leverage of 5, that's $5,000. They design settings for only $1,000. You can even decide to trade by only 1x. You can decide to trade without leverage. You dive into a trade with no leverage. With no leverage, you just design settings with your real money. You don't need even to do this strategy. of 20%. For what? Design settings for your $1,000. Because when you enter a trade, it will almost never liquidate you. Why? Because it has to go down 100%. The real 100% with no amplification, with no amplifier. But when you are trading and the coin goes against you, that the negative is amplified by your leverage. Even the positive is amplified by your leverage. Do you remember that? If your if your trading leverage is 10x, if the market goes against you, then negative will be amplified by your leverage. Even the positive is amplified by your leverage. But with no leverage, you will be moving as good as a spot trader. Are we learning something? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. Those of you who have good money, leave the leverage alone. Stop borrowing money from Binance. Eh? You can only borrow when you have seen a coin, no gambe, no wow. But it is signals which can change anytime. You know, the coins will look at. The coin was pumping the whole of the past 4 days. It's not on the last falling up and you're like, you know what's up? On a higher time frame. You know what's up? This coin is coming. Hey, and you know having your account $100. You just leverage by pay. Now design settings for 4,000. You get the point. But in normal circumstances, use your capital. Have we learned something? Have we learned something? Eh? Sadiq, mute yourself, please. Unless you have a question, maybe. Let's go. So, have we understood this? Actually, the trader has closed. The trader has closed. Please, when you enter the meeting, mute yourself. Check when Gloria has a very difficult name. This trade has closed. It has sold. Now, here in the corner, there is here an icon of a box with 2 lines. Tap it. That's what we call transaction records. The robot will be showing you the records, the trade records. For example, it has showed us that it was buying and buying and buying this coin, then eventually it sold it. Okay? All of the information will always stay. Now, let's go. Let's go to another option. Then we have, here we looked at the name of the coin, the one short, the strategy you are using, the leverage you are having, 5x strategy. Then what are you doing? Are you shorting or you are longing the trade? If you're longing the trade, it will show you. Then position amount, the amount of money in a trade, average price of the coin, current price, which is having at the moment, margin call counts, how many margin calls bought yet. Then it shows you the position quantity, the quantity of coins bought. Then we scroll down here. There is cycle, never trade cycle. Then there is close. You can decide to close the trade manually. Anytime you can decide to close the trade manually. Whenever you want to close the trade manually, you just tap here on close, tap market price, tap 100%, then you confirm. Now, before you tap in confirm, the robot shows you how much you are going to lose or how much you are going to gain before you close that trade. And then which percentage are you selling this coin at? Are we getting the point? Are we getting the point? Then buy. You can decide to buy manually. There is a trade. It has reached a certain point, but it has not yet sold. You can decide to come here and tap market price. Then you write the amount of coins you want to buy. Then you confirm. The moment you confirm, the robot will inject in money. Are you getting the point? Usually, whenever you are buying, that means you have a leverage. So the leverage applies just like it applies margin calls. Switch on margin call, you can decide to switch it off or you switch it on. AI margin call is not advisable in futures. Margin call triggering, the robot will show you when is the next buy. For example, here it's showing us that it's going to buy at 0.115. Right now it's at 0.114. So the moment it reaches this part, the robot will sell. Then take profit. The robot has to sell at 0.112. Credit will look 114. That means we're a bit higher, 4%. Negative. If this trade was, you see, the real percentage is 0.7, but it's already reading 4% because of the 5x. So for those who are trading with no leverage, the real percentage will always apply. 0.8, it will be 0.8, not drama. How we learn? Then first buying amount. First buying amount, of course, it's in a coin. For example, you are seeing there in bracket, it is showing you 1,000 flow. Show you in a coin. Take profit ratio 1%. Margin call increase 1%. The next margin call is bought at 1%. The real 1%, not the amplified one. Margin call limit they are 7, and it's called back. It's shown. So that's what we can learn from the navigation of the robot. But remember, when you are trading a coin, if you have both positions, they can even have different strategies. Did you know that? Each strategy, you can give it a different settings. With the short, you can decide to give it a different strategy. With the long, you give it a different strategy. You are always free whatever you want in a trade. Okay? So then here down, it shows you the running time. How long have you been in a trade? It's showing me here 20 minutes. We started this time, starting time of the trade. We have been in 20 minutes in this trade. So it will always show us when have we been in this trade. Been in this trade, then it will be showing you. So unless someone has a question, Abdin is asking, at cross margin, do I need to set up stop loss or no? We don't have stop loss in Royal Q because we have margin calls. Royal Q has no stop loss button. Please. It has no stop loss button yet. Simply because you have margin calls. People who need stop loss, these are people who are entering a trade with full margin. You have $1,000, you enter. If the market goes in your trend, you make money. If it goes against you, you get out. But with the Royal Q strategy, you are having margin calls that if the market goes against me, I'll keep buying. Again. So that means instead of selling the trade and you go out of loss and you go out with loss, you are buying the market instead. Keep up price. You enter the coin when it was at 0.113. Now it has gone against me 0.114. Then I buy again. That means when I buy again, I am having a bargaining power. In case it comes back in my trend, I join. In the settings, where do I find cross and isolated? So with that, you have to go to Binance. Then you tap on futures. For example, you're trading with, you tap here. You see the word isolated, you can change it to cross or isolated. That one, you do it from Binance. Okay, cross or or isolated. Abdul, we are learning reaction, not blindness. In Reiki, you don't need stop losses. No need. Have margin calls. Margin calls is the business. Are we getting the point? Anyone with a question? Gloria, I'm seeing that. Some of the times you're switching on your microphone. Say
No,
hey to us.
no,
Hello,
I've
my
not.
dear. How are you?
I've not switched it off.
Okay, how are you, Gloria?
I'm okay.
How do I pronounce that name? You have a nice name, but I don't know how to read it for sure.
I'm called Chekwemboy.
Come again.
Chekwemboy.
Tekwemboy.
Yeah.
Tekwemboy, Gloria, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Where are
you
you
too.
from, Gloria?
From Kapchorwa.
You are from Kapchori.
Yeah, Kapchorwa.
Thank you for loving Royal Q and our team. It's
Thank
my
you.
first time to see you in the trainings. Have you been attending them?
No, it's my first
Oh,
time.
so that means you're new in the business?
Yeah, I'm new.
Oh, nice to meet you, for sure. Who brought
I'm
you in the
new.
business?
Yeah, one of my colleagues. It's called Kevin, Tarat Kevin.
Hello, Kevin. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining. We're always here at 8 p.m. learning more
Yeah, but
about
the person who
it.
connected me here, I don't know the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No problem. No
yeah.
problem. Okay.
Yeah.
I want questions. You can type them in the chat box. Uh, didn't say I thought she's a Kenyan update. So does it mean when trading short, the market has to be bearish? Huh. See that with Juma. What are you talking about? So does it mean when trading short, the market has to be bearish? See that trade signals, brother. Trade signals. But that's an obvious answer. Short, market going down. Long, market going up. Uh, okay. After so thank you. I think we have no more questions. Do you have anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Find the first line out. You find it in settings. You tap settings, you design your first buying amount. Just like in sports. The difference with the futures, first buying amount is, is putting in a coin, in dollars. However, the more you add just to these coins, they will show you the equivalent of 8 new bits. Yes, I'm hearing someone. Yes, ask your question. Use strategy, use cross. But there is a strategy for isolated. Whatever works for you, stick to that.
Like I'm asking, the liquidation percentage, is it an amplified one or the real one?
The liquidation price is the amplified.
No, the percentage,
Well,
the percentage that where you
yes,
liquidate
if
it.
you are using
Is it the real one or
10x,
the?
let me explain it clearly. If you're using 10x leverage here, your liquidation will be at only 10%. Singapore coin going at 10% against you, you lose your money. Because this 10% is amplified by 10 to become 100. So isn't it so? So that means if I have 5x, my liquidation price will be at 20. 20 times 5, how much do we get? 100. If you are having 2x, your liquidation will be at 50%. The real 50 times 2, that's 100. Let's take it. So that means when the market hits 50, we'll go for the Mkatari. But this one will be safer. How many have you seen dropping 50% in a single trade? It's almost impossible. 50% takes weeks, takes days. That's why when we're training about leverage, we said that if possible, leverage below 5x, mostly if you're new. And if you have your capital, leave leverage alone. Trade with your money. You will enjoy the market without pressure. Even if the market goes against you, can even stay in a trade. Enough pressure you. The trade will eventually come back and finds you and then sells eventually. And you can even hedge it. For example, if I have no leverage and my capital is $1,000 or 2,000, I enter the trade, it goes against me. I can decide to hedge it. As it's making for me floating loss, another trade is making profits out of it. Because I'm knowing that I can't be liquidated either. Then eventually it will come back in the other position and also the other trade will go out. I've done something. Yes. For those of you who fear traders, don't fear. Just come, leave the leverage alone, trade with your money. If you have to you were saying something? Yes, mentor, Mchamanza. Mchamanza, where are you from, bro?
So I'm coming from Rwanda.
You're coming from Rwanda. Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah. How are you?
Okay.
So it's a first time for being here. I would like to ask you for that. How can I find the first buy amount? In most of time, I calculate that first buy amount. I use what I was searching some different platform. I don't get where that system can use it. That first buy amount in order to reach for that margin call limit I have. With using that all balance I have. So I don't know what I missing to calculate. So if possible, you can guide me how I can find the first buy amount by using that old balance I have in the future balance in my exchange. Yeah, I can say that.
Okay. First of all, the way we find, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much from Rwanda, Mr. Uchamanza. You're very welcome. Now, leaders, the thing about first buying amount starts from designing your settings. Are we together? When we are designing settings, that's where first buying amount is formed. Let me give an example. If my trading capital is $200 and I'm going to be trading by leverage 3, it is going to be my leverage. So that means I'm multiplying 200 by 3, which is 600. That means now in my futures account, I will always be using 600. Finance is going to borrow me the 400. You get the point? Now, with our strategy, we said, don't design settings for the whole of this money. Use 40%, okay, 50%, because this money is even small. Now, what you do, design settings for $300. You get the point? Design settings for $300. How do we get settings for $300? It depends on your strategy you want to use. But let's try the double bottom strategy. Let's assume 300 and our first buy amount is going to be 20. So not our calculation. It's 300. It's buy amount is 20. We are doing double bottom strategy. The first buy amount is 20. The first is doubling. It's using $40. The second margin call is doubling. It's using $180. So sorry, $80. That means the fourth margin call will use 160. No, actually not even the fourth margin call. First buy amount, first margin call, second and third. That means you're only having 3 margin calls. You come in your settings, you design here. First buy amount, 20. First margin call, second. The first is using $20. The second is using 8. The third is using 160. So in other words, this is how we design the settings. Here we are doing 2 times, 4 times, 8 times. The drop, this one, 0%, 0.3%. This one can do 5%. Hey, go when the market drops just 6%. Your settings are done. You get the point? Now, have you seen how we get first buying amount? But when you are coming to trade any coin on Royal Q, just assume we are trading this 1,000 Floki. You come on trade settings, you come, let me not use a live trade, it's come long strategy, which is not trade. Come on trade settings, you come on manually create, usually by default, there is a word choose a strategy setting. Now, your setting is reading first buying amount 20. That's the point.
Yes.
Now, for me, mine is 15. Now, for example, you're going to use 20. The first buying amount is $20. Come and tap it. Now you are going to edit this money, $20. Usually, here it is what is fine. Let me use a light. Let me use it. Let me get a coin I've never traded with us. Let's assume they have given us 1,000 cut. I've never traded this coin before. So we are going to long it. Come on, manually create, tap choose a strategy setting, tap on your first buying amount here on your strategy, which is 20. By default, Royal Q puts for us the first buying amount as 5. 466 1,000 cuts coins are equivalent to $5. But remember, for me, my first buying amount is 20. So chekola. Nzija wano nengamba. How many are they? 466 times 4. Mfuna zino. How did I get the 4? Because 5 times 4 is 20. Especially, and this one is 5. So now I get the equivalent of these coins. 466 times 4. Gloria, mute your microphone, please. It's interrupting us. 466 times 4, I've got 1,864. So I come here, 1,864. But I'm going to give $20 as the first buying amount. So these amounts of coins are making $20 as the first buying amount. Then I come here, I put my leverage, which is 5x. When the 3x cost, which is 3x. Then I save and start. Have I answered you, my brother? That's how we get to the first buying amount.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Abdul is asking, what leverage advised to be used? 2x, 5x, 10x? It depends. It depends.
Okay.
New members, new traders, my advice is, use 1x, 2x, at most 5x. Talking of experience, the moment you get to the experience means what? Losing and gaining. You have lost some money, you know the mistakes you will never do. There are things you can come and do the 10x. But even if you learn the market, let me tell you, in the future, there is no an expert. That's why when Donald Trump became the president, he started manipulating the markets. That's why I got so much candle. Boom. China. Tariffs. Whom he wants to manipulate the market. Now he wants to say. There is not an expert in futures. So please use small leverage. Use the leverage which can handle your heart. Otherwise, you will evaporate. You get the point? Okay. Someone is asking here in the chat box. Yeah, give me example of a signal sent out stated. This is Silas Juma. Silas Juma, we have a video which explains that. How do you put a signal? Gloria, unless you're saying something, but I request mute your microphone, please. Please. There is a video showing you how to put a futures signal. I don't know which group you are coming from. If you are from the Diamonds, I'm going to send it there. If you are from the Game Changers, I've also sent it there. You can watch that video. It will show you how do we put a signal given as a future signal. Now wait a minute, Costa. She has left the meeting, but she has a question. Why would someone prefer to trade futures in Binance other than Royal Q? Because they don't know how Royal Q works. I'm telling you, for me, I know how to trade manually, but I will choose to use this robot anytime. The robotics mechanism is out of this world. You look at the double bottom strategy. How can you do the double bottom strategy manually? You get the point. But the bot is perfect in that. Someone is saying my screen is not seen. Then check your phone, please. You know, when I'm training you here, I usually stream my training on another gadget. So I'm always seeing what I'm doing. So please maybe get out of the meeting, then come back, you see it. Rachel is saying, those who understand Uganda, you say, you know you can die easily. Find the leverage. He's very right. You wake up when the coin. By the way, another thing, you never leave a trade when you go to sleep. Why do you leave coins and then you go to sleep? You get the point. It's suicide. Negative equivalent to 80% of your. Josh is asking, how do I trade BTC with the first buying amount of 20 USDT? Same style, like the one I've showed you. When you are doing any trade, but there are coins which you don't accept. I don't know whether BTC accept. BTC now very expensive. Imagine it's $120 to drop it down to 20. Impossible. Fill out the crown team. I request you send it there. I don't know the crown team. I don't know it. You're going to talk to your leader. I think he's in any of those groups. He will send you that video. Or you send me a message on 0708 310 334. Send me a WhatsApp message. I will give you that video. Okay. Abdul is just saying 7 margin call strategy. What do you mean? 7 margin call strategy? Never heard about. I don't know about any 7 margin call strategy. So you mean they can't be 10? Abdul is saying, sleeping with sure at 10x. Never do that. Never trade and then you will die. Never do that to yourself. You want to die. You get the point? Otherwise, please show me the interface. Has the profit callback and buying callback? I want to make a screenshot. Just go to your report. You're taking screenshots. I even don't know where you want to get the screenshot. It's your boat. You open any coin. Do what you want.
So I agree for that below under of margin call limit. Under of that margin call limit.
I guess you have this page on your phone, unless you don't have a robot. If you have a robot, it's there. It's impossible to trade coins in BTC with as low first buying amount. Yeah, it is, for sure. It's almost impossible. Almost impossible. There are coins which are very expensive, like Bitcoin, like Wi-Fi. So, let's meet. Kayinda is saying breakdown 7. Nakugambye 7 margin calls strategy telling you CG. You get the point. You just do double bottom. Or why you design what you want. People have different strategies. Someone can say $500 divided by 7. That's your first buy amount. You want 7 margin calls. And actually, if you want 7 margin calls, that means you have to divide by 8. 7 margin calls and the first buy now. Is that what we're talking about? I don't know 7 margin call strategy. I don't know. If this is what you're saying, then I'm right. The strategy I've told you here, there are 2 strategies. There is a strategy with the many margin calls, and then there is a double bottom strategy. I never talked about 7. I don't know. I think another leader did that, and you solved it. Leaders, please accept we close this trade today. Let's meet another day. Have a great day. See you.